Bleach. Bleach, chapter 551 review. Whoa! What's happening right now? Oh my god, dude, yo, what? Where's Soifon? No. No, 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 no. No way, dude. Where is she? I mean, well, look, I mean, there's gonna be a comeback because Urahara at the end calls in and he's like, yo, well, he's talking to Mairi, he's like, yeah, I just figured out a method to get the Bankais back of those who got their Bankais stolen. But it may be too late for Soifon. Listen, man, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, because for some reason, the Technology Bureau, they still have their devices and they can sense that the Reiatsus of Hitsugaya and Soifon have disappeared. Now, the thing here is that, according to the one guy, the other Quincy who came in there, I think his name is either Chung De or Chung De, something of that nature, the one who stole Hitsugaya's Bankai, he says, let me do the finishing blow. So he's implying that Hitsugaya is still alive. But from the devices that the Tech Bureau has, they're saying that no. Well, they're saying that their Reiatsu have disappeared. So I believe that we've seen this before, where the Reiatsu disappears, but the person is still alive. So I don't know how exactly this is gonna play out. But it's just that I don't see Soifon amongst the, I don't see her in the sky. I mean, granted, I don't see BG9 either, but still. It's like we see it, and like, there's just empty air. And I'm like, where the fuck is Soifon? Because you would assume that it was like a double suicide thing, because BG9, I can assume full well that he can survive his own missiles. Easily. So, I mean, it would make sense. So, that's what I'm thinking. Well, I don't know. Like, again, like, I'm just shocked when I saw that. I was like, oh my god. Like, these Quincy's are legit. Like, and then when they first came in there, I was a little bit worried. I was like, fuck, maybe they're not so. Because, again, with the whole, like, Kenpachi thing, him taking out 3 Star Knights, and it was like. So, even though they can take out fodder, and they can tango with some of the higher class dudes, for some reason, guys like Kenpachi with no Shikai, no Bankai, eye patch still on, can take out 3 of these fuckers. And so I'm thinking Quincy aren't going to be that, you know, despite what Kubo said. But then all of a sudden, it was like, in comes BG9, fuck this whore. And in comes the Heat, Bazz-b, 2 fingers. This was like a Yamamoto status pillar. It was like, and then it was like a swipe. Like, it looked like a swipe of some kind with 2 fingers. And then it was like the heat wave made like this huge 5 flame pillar. And then it was like, and because it's hard to describe exactly how this went down. Well, because again, it's Kubo. So it's hard to decipher sometimes. It really is. I'll be honest about that. But I guess what the end result was we see Hitsugaya, and it's like, it's not through his entire body. I don't think it's through his entire body. But it's like the front of his body got like burned. And then like you see like the end burn marks on the floor. So it was like a swipe that he came down with. That's what I'm assuming. I could be wrong about that. I have no idea. It's just that that's the way it looks to me, personally. And he falls down and collapses. Where's Rangiku? No idea. Now, what I will say is that when we see Hitsugaya first, he's running away from Bazz-b. And we see like a mound of flesh just like fall. At least, it looks like a mound of flesh. I don't know. Because sometimes it is hard, well, not sometimes, a lot of times, it's hard to depict Kubo's artwork. And, well, I'm thinking, did that come from Hitsugaya? Or did that come from Yamamoto? Or did that come from Rangiku? Like, where is she? Like, is she on the ground, just collapsed? Missing a titty? Like, I don't know what's happening. I have no what's going on right now. I have no idea. Like, did Bazz-b just burn off a titty? I have no idea. But all I can say is that when he got the 1 finger Alright, when he got that, you know, erupting, burning finger right through the chest. Like, I don't know where the hole is. Like, I can see, like, it's hard to decipher what's going on. Like, what happened at that point in time. I mean, Hitsugai obviously survived if he got punctured. But we don't know exactly what happened. But he's clearly still alive. But he, at the beginning stages of their chase in this chapter, was already, he already had the blood stains on his mouth. Thus, already hinting that he already coughed up blood a few times at least. So, like, again, I don't know what's going on here. But all I know is the end result. And the end result is Rangiku's nowhere. We can't see Soifon. Hitsugaya is collapsed. Whatever his name is, Chung is in. He's like, yeah, that's right. I'm coming in. Slim pickings, leftovers, I'm coming. Chinese Wolverine, coming. And there's gonna be now some, they have a plan from Urahara. He's like, yeah, I'm here. Well, I'm not here, but I've devised a method to return their Bankais. And that's why he's been studying that talisman, the you know, the Quincy, the Quincy pendant that steals the Bankais. He's been studying that. So it wasn't so that he could go to the Quincy world. At least maybe it is. Maybe because he probably did a whole lot of stuff when it comes to researching and studying the Quincy equipment and so on and so forth, as Mairi did. So he may have discovered multiple things in the course of this, like, miniature time skit. At least as long as they've been training for. And at the beginning, also, there's a little scene here where we see Nanao. And, you know, Kyoraku's vice captain. And, because she's always been in the dark. She really has. And we find out in this chapter that apparently she's actually very proficient at using Kido. Kind of like Hinamori. But in the case of Nanao, we see no Zanpakuto. I mean, I always wonder why, like, in some of the characters, like Nanao, like Yororichi, we don't see their Zanpakutos ever. And they're Vice Captain Plus. And it's like, well, guys like Hachi, like where's your Zanpakuto? Like where? Like, I mean, in the case of Hachi and Nanao, you could argue, well, because they're so proficient at using Kido, they don't need Zanpakutos. They never got Asauchi. I don't know. I have no idea. But at the same time, Yororichi, we've seen it before, it's just that we don't know what the fuck it is now. So, but either way, she makes this thing called the White Rejection Barrier. And basically, it prevents any Quincy from fucking with the Captain Commander. It rejects their Reishi. And Hajval, Ryokan is okay, alright, I can't get in. So let me make a deduction here. Did you teach this to the other captain? And she's like, sweat. She's like, no. Bam. And in the distance, yeah, DG9 explosion. And you're like, fuck. And he's like, dude, if you know, had you lit out the blueprint, at least the blueprint, then maybe this wouldn't be such a one-sided massacre. And I'm like, dude, Hashvold, I like him, man. I like this guy. This guy's good. This guy would fuck up Kyoraku. I'm very confident. Yeah, I think that he would fuck up. I don't think he would just beat. I think he would fuck up Kyoraku. Especially in complete holy form. I think he would fuck his ass up. Done. This is the same guy that casually cut Ichigo's Bankai sword in half. The same dude. That's it. I like this guy. I like Hashvold, alright? The Supreme Commander, I like him. He's good. He's real good. But alright. The chaptering overall. The chapter actually I do. It's a simple chapter. Again, it's hard to depict some scenes here and there for me personally. And I don't have it in front of me, so I can't. This is all from memory. I mean, if I were to try and backtrack, I mean, no, it'll take too much time. Yeah, it'll take way too much time. So what I'll do is that I'll go based on that. If I miss something, then I'll mention it in my next chapter review I do a Bleach next week. Chapter 552. So, but that being said, like this chapter, I like it. I do. It's simple, straightforward, and it's mainly about Bazz-b and Hitsugaya, as opposed to BG9 and Soifon. But still, like, I actually like Bazz-b. To me, I think he's a cool character. He's a hothead. He reminds me so much of Grimmjow. That's why I like him. Just Grimmjow, because Grimmjow, if you don't know, now you know. He's my favorite character in Bleach. Yeah, Grimmjow, man. Grimmjow. So, when I see him, well, him and Aizen, because Aizen's so scary. But then Yoooooo's awesome too. Listen, basically, I like him. Okay? I like him a lot. So, that being said, I'll leave it at that. King of Lightning. The chapter rating overall, I'm giving it a good rating. And I'm signing out. Peace. Have a nice day.